Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at simple equation, but before that let us look at the previous lesson. Welcome back. In this lesson we'll be looking at simple equations and change of subject of formula. Okay, so let's start. Equations. An equation is a statement of two algebraic expression which are equal in value. They are equal in value. Okay, a statement of two algebraic expression which are equal in value. For instance, if you are given 4 minus 4x to be equal to 9 minus 12x, what we are meant to understand here is that the equation in the left hand side is equal to the equation in the right hand side. Okay, so all we ought to do is just to find the value of s. Then when we substitute it into the right hand side, then it will be equal to exactly what we have in the left hand side of the equation. For instance, in this problem, if we have 4 minus 4x to be equal to 9 minus 12x, this is the same thing as saying minus 4x plus 12x to be equal to 9 minus 4. You know what we did? We just collected them like terms. So x will be one side and the constant will be one side. Now 12x minus 4x will give us 8x. Is that correct? 9 minus 4 will give us 5. Now making x the subject of formula, we then have x to be equal to 5 over 8. If x is equal to 5 over 8, let us now check if the right hand side of this equation is equal to the left hand side of the equation. So what do? We substitute x to be equal to 5 over 8. Now in the left hand side we have 4 minus 4x. Is that correct? So let us start. We have 4 minus 4 into 5 over 8, and this will give us 4 minus 4 times 5 is what? Is 20 over 8. Okay, so 4 here will give us 2 and 4 here will give us 5, and then we'll have 4 minus 5 over 2. We take the LCM. This is 2, and then 1 into 2 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8, minus 2 into itself is 1. 1 times 5 we have 5, and 8 minus 5 will give us what? 3 over 2. So let's now substitute the value of x here to see if it is the same 3 over 2. Okay, we have 9 minus 12x, and then substituting the value of x to be equal to 5 over 8 as we got here, then we have 9 minus 12 into 5 over 8, and then this will give us 9 minus 12 times 5 will give us 60. Okay, we have 60 over 8, and 2 can go here to give us 4. 2 here will give us 30. 2 here will give us 2. 2 here will give us 15. So we have 9 minus 15 over 2, and this is 1. Taking the LCM, what do we have? The LCM of 2 and 1, we have 2. Now 1 into 2 is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 15 into 2 into 2 is 1. 1 times 15, we have 15. 18 minus 15 will give us what? 3 over what? 2, which is the first thing we got here. Now by definition, we are told that an equation is a statement of two what? Algebraic expressions which has what? Equal values. So they are equal in what? Value. Now we've tried to balance that definition. So let's take some more examples. Okay, we have a problem on the screen. Solve 3 into 4c minus 7 minus 4 into 4c minus 1. So the first thing we do is to open the bracket. We open the bracket, and when we do that, 3 times 4c will give us what? 12c. 3 times minus 7 will give us minus 21. Minus 4 times 4c will give us minus 16c. And then minus 4 times minus 1 will give us plus 4 equal to 0. So what do? We collect like terms first. So here we have 12c and here we have minus 16c. Then we'll move this over to the right hand side of the equation. Minus 21 crossing over becomes 21, and then 4 crossing over becomes minus 4. Therefore we'll have 12c minus 16c will give us minus 4c to be equal to 21 minus 4 will give us what? 17. Is that correct? Now we divide through by minus 4 to make c the subject of formula. We divide through by minus 4, so we have minus 4. Here we have minus 4, and this will eliminate this. Therefore c is equal to minus 17 over 4. Now since c is equal to minus 17 over 4, let us check if the two equations are of the same value. Okay, let's start. For the first bracket, we have 3 into 4 minus 17 over 4 minus 7. Okay, then we have minus 4. We have minus 4 into 4 times minus 17 over 4, then minus 1. Equal to 0. Okay, what do we have? We have 3 into 4 times 17. What will it give us? 4 times 17 will give us 68 over 4. And remember, this is a negative 68. Then we have minus 7. Okay, we'll close the first bracket. Then here we have minus 4. We have 4 times minus 17, and that will still give us minus 68 all over 4. Close the bracket. Then minus 1, and then equal to 0. So let's start. We have 3. 68 divided by 4. 68 divided by 4, can it go to give us what? Minus 17. Then we have minus 7 here. We have minus 4, and then we have minus 17. That is 68 divided by 4, and then we have minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, let's go over here. For this, we have 3 outside. We'll bring down our 3. Is that correct? Minus 17 minus 7 will give us minus 24. We'll close the bracket. Then we have minus 4. Okay, open a bracket. Minus 17 minus 1 will give us what? Minus 18, and it's equal to 0. So opening the bracket, we have minus 24 times 3. Minus 24 times 10, that will give us 72. Since it's a negative 24, we have minus 72. And then minus 4 times minus 18 will still give us plus 72. Okay, and now remember, when we started, we are told that this equation is equal to what? 0. Have you not seen it? 72 minus 72 will give us what? 0. So the equation is what? Is correct. Okay, so let's now go over to change of subject of formula. That's the next thing we have here. Okay, when we are dealing with change of subject of formula, the first thing we need to do is to clear the brackets. Okay, when we clear the brackets, then secondly we arrange the equation the way it should be, like collecting of like terms. Then after collecting like terms, we now solve and make the variable the subject of formula. Okay, so let's take an example. Example 1. We are given a to be equal to b into a minus x, and we are asked to make s the subject of this formula. We are asked to make s the subject of this formula. Like I told us, the first thing we need to do is to do what? To clear the bracket. So how do we clear this bracket? We open it up. B times a will give us ba, and b times minus x will give us minus bx. Okay, at this point we'll collect what? Like terms. We collect like terms, then we'll move over minus bx to be on its own side. Okay, so by doing that, what do we have? We have bx to be equal to ba minus a. Is that correct? Minus bx crossing over becomes a positive bx, and a crossing over becomes a negative a. Then something is common here, so we have bx to be equal to a into b minus 1, such that a times b will give us ba, and a times minus 1 will give us what? Minus a. Making s subject of formula, we divide through by b, and this b will eliminate this b, so x is equal to a into b minus 1 all over b. Okay, a into b minus 1 all over b, and that's the answer. Example number 2 on the screen. It said we have b to be equal to 1 over 2 root a squared minus x squared, and we are asked to make s the subject of formula. Okay, let us start. The first thing we need to do is to clear what? The fraction. We clear this fraction here. Okay, so how do we do that? We multiply through by 2. Multiply through by 2, so you have 2 times b to be equal to 2 times 1 over 2 root a squared minus x squared, and this b will cancel, this 2 will cancel 2 here. 2 times b will give us 2b to be equal to what? Square root of a squared minus x squared. Okay, is that taken? Then the next thing we need to do is to square both sides of the equation. We square both sides of the equation, and therefore we have 2b squared to be equal to root a squared minus x squared all squared. Okay, and then this will eliminate this. I told us earlier that the square root of any number raised to power 2 is equal to the same number. If we have 2 raised to power 2 all squared, is the same thing as 2. This 2 will eliminate this 2. 2 raised to power 2 is 4, and square root of 4 is still 2. So by that, we have this 2 eliminating the root form. So therefore we have 2b squared to be equal to a squared minus x squared. Okay, then we are asked to make what? X the subject of formula. So we then rearrange this equation. X, we make it the subject of formula. So here we have x squared to be equal to a squared minus 2b squared. But we are looking for the value of x and not x squared. Okay, so what do? We square both sides of the equation. We square both sides of the equation. And remember that 2b squared is something as 4b. Okay, so by that we have a squared minus 2b squared means 2b times 2b. Is that correct? Which will give us what? 4b squared. Okay, so this is 4b squared. Now here we have minus 4b squared. Now we square both sides again. If we square both sides, then we'll have this, and we have this, and at that add plus or minus. So this will eliminate these 2. X then would be equal to plus or minus square root of a squared minus 4b squared. Okay, and that's the answer. Okay, to refresh our memory on what we've done so far, take the test on the screen. Welcome back. We'll stop here for today. Do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better information on the topic we've discussed. Feel free to drop your question or comment on the comment section. Till we meet again in our next class, stay safe and bye.